Next question, the member for Flamborough-Glanbrook.
Thank you and good morning, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Government and Consumer Services. Minister, last week you were joined by the President of the Treasury Board Secretariat to share a message with Ontarians about what our government is doing to ensure that they have the PPE needed to keep them safe. Speaker, after 2 difficult years, Ontarians want reassurance their government is doing what is necessary to ensure we never let our guard down when it comes to public health. And as such, Speaker, I'd like to ask the minister what measures his ministry and our government are taking to secure the future of Ontario's health and safety.
Minister of Government and Consumer Services.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for Flamborough-Glanbrook for her question. Last Wednesday, I had the privilege, Mr. Speaker, of joining our President of the Treasury Board and visiting one of our warehouses in the city of visiting a warehouse, and it was under the Personal Protective Equipment and Supply and Protection Act, which is the first piece of legislation of its kind. And through that act, Mr. Speaker, our government is ensuring that we have a very robust and healthy stockpile of PPE and critical supplies that are available at all times, and that we are always ready to tackle any future emergency that we may face. Unlike the previous Liberal government, who left behind a hollowed-out stockpile, Mr. Speaker, of our critical emergency supplies, warehouses like the one that the President of the Treasury Board and I visited last week stood empty and quiet. To this failure, Premier Ford and myself and our entire government have one thing to say, Mr. Speaker, and that is never again.
A supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. COVID-19 has taught us many different lessons, including how we can better prepare for any future threats to public health and safety. Even more so, as the Government House Leader has so passionately argued, we've learned what not to do when it comes to being prepared, thanks to the previous Liberal government and their NDP allies, who are responsible for the sorry state of our PPE stockpile when the pandemic first struck. My question, through you, Speaker, is again for the Minister of Government and Consumer Services. Now, more than ever, Ontarians are looking for leadership and confidence in our ability to protect public health for now and in the future. So, Speaker, through you to the Minister, how is our government setting the stage to ensure that Ontarians can continue to feel safe and confident when it comes to our PPE supply and domestic production capability?
Minister of Government and Consumer Services.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker, and again to the member for her question and for her outstanding advocacy for the people of Flamborough-Glanbrook. Speaker, under Premier Ford's leadership, we have been working relentlessly behind the scenes to boost the supply of our PPE and our critical supplies exponentially. Under this new piece of legislation, it is a bold step in ensuring a plan to protect Ontarians, to ensure that we can stay open, and to ensure that that continues to be a reality. We're ensuring that we have a robust stockpile by harnessing our domestic production, strengthening our supply chain and our source of critical materials. In fact, over the next 18 months, over 93%, that's 93% of all of our procurements of PPE are coming from Ontario and Canadian-based manufacturers. We're doing this openly. We're doing it transparently, without the veil of secrecy that plagued the former Liberal government. Response? This is going to bring much-needed transparency and trust to Ontarians in their government, and let them know that they can be rest assured that our stockpile is full and in good condition.
Next question, the member for Waterloo.